Hello, and thank you for listening. Today we're going to talk about setting up an employee in QuickBooks. Setting up employees is very simple. You simply go to the Employee Center, and from here you will see the list of employees currently set up in your company. You can view all employees, inactive or released employees, and active employees from here. To set up a new employee, just go to New Employee, and from here you will see a tab view of all the employees set up. So the first one you go to is the Personal tab, which is the basic information about the employee that you're setting up. So we're going to go Mr. John Doe. How you want the name printed on the check is right here, so that will come up just like that. And you can put last name first or first name last, or you can change it, modify it if it's Jonathan. Oops. Let's say, for example, I don't know if I spelled that right. So your social security number. Gender and date of birth. Right? Next is the address section. And then we will go add all the pertinent information for this employee's address. And phone number, you can see it's very simple. On the additional information tab, this is where you can establish the default bill rate for this employee. In this example, we have outside consultant, partner, or associate. We're going to set up John Doe as an associate. And over in the custom fields, there are places where you can add additional information about your employee. The last date that you held a review, a performance review for this employee, birth date, pager number, special skills, and you can also define some other fields. Next we're going to go to the payroll information. Here is where you establish the payroll information for this employee. You can set the payroll schedule. We don't have any set up in this example. The payroll frequency, we're going to say John gets paid semi-monthly. And then if this employee is related to any specific classes, where you set that up. Over here to the right you will see some other buttons. You have a direct deposit button. Here's where you would establish the direct deposit information for this employee. You would enter their bank and routing information in there. We do not have direct deposit set up in this sample file. However, that is where, and it's very intuitive, that's where you would do that. The important thing here is the taxes. You want to make sure you go through this section when setting up the employee. So when your employee fills out their W-4, they will give you this information. Their filing status, the number of allowances, any additional withholding they want taken out, and then the taxes that this employee is subject to for withholding. In this case, Medicare, Social Security, and unemployment, federal unemployment is all the default options, and that they were subject to the advanced earned income credit, you would select that there. Next, go to the state, and we're going to say this is in California, and then you can select here the state taxes that are available or that are subject to withholding for this employee. Down here is where the information you would get from your state. You would enter the information you got from your state W-4. Go ahead and enter that. Any additional withholding, or if you have any miscellaneous data, that it depends on the state, but if you have that information you could put that there also. Next, go to the Other tab, and here is where you would define any additional taxes that the employee may be subject to. In this case, California has an employment training tax that we're going to say that this employee is subject to. So once you enter all your state, federal, and other tax information, just simply hit OK. And then we will go down to the employment info. You can enter the hire date, the date if this employee was terminated, the date that they were released, and then the employment type. These are items set up within QuickBooks. And in this case, we're going to say they're regular employee. And then down here is any workers' comp. If you have workers' comp, if you're tracking workers' comp within QuickBooks, you define that right there. That's basically how you set up an employee in QuickBooks. If you want to make this employee active, you can see the employee is inactive button down here. You simply just click on that, and then this employee is inactive. That concludes this session on setting up an employee. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Thank you.